Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining the call. So I'll just quickly introduce myself and then the reason why we're here. I'm so excited for this workshop that we're having today, and I hope we all are too excited. So if we can just like drop a reaction on the chat box on how excited we are today, if you're happy to be here. And I know that today is a holiday, so we are probably are resting at home or eating pizza or ice cream. If you haven't bought your pizza and ice cream, you might as well just like order it now because this session or these sessions we're having today are going to be amazing, and we have our notebooks and our pens already seated in front of us, and we're ready to jot down from all our mentors that are going to be here. So, as I said, we can just drop how our day has been in the chat box, how excited we are to be here with our emojis, and I'll just check in it and let's see what people are saying. So, as you people are writing, I will just quickly introduce who I am. Ooh, Solomon said she is excited. I am too. I am. And my name is Afoma Onodingene. You can just call me Afoma. No need to. My surname is quite hard to pronounce. So you can call me Afoma, long form Afoma Chuku. I'm from Enugu State. So I am the program associate for TSP, Tech Sales and Partnership Community. And they are the reason why we are all seated here, but people that set up this workshop, because we know how beneficial it's going to be for us sales professionals. And I know that not just sales professionals we have here, we have people in the good space and BD, marketing, and and operations too. Yes, I'm sure we have operations people here. So if you're in sales, just say hi. You can just be like a hi. You're in BD, just type, oh, I'm in BD, or you're in marketing, oh, I'm in marketing. So yes, so on the chat box, I'm waiting for our responses. We can introduce ourselves. Okay, let's start with that. Like, let's introduce ourselves. Like, my name is this. This is what I do, and this is where I work. If you want to add that there, and just one word that describes your, would I say, what you're feeling for this workshop. So I will start. Let me say it again. Your name, what you do, where you work, if you want to include that, and how excited you are for this session as we welcome more people to join our workshop. Yay. Let me do that for myself so that you can start since nobody's writing. Just we're all going to be all giving our opinions here. So for all the sessions that we are having, if you want to ask a question or if you want to, just drop a comment, please do well to do it on our chat box because that's what it is for. So yes, it's going to be quite engaging. Let's see. Okay, Titi has dropped. She says, I am Titi Lope and I'm in business operations. Nice to have you, Titi. Who else? I'm waiting for more people. Or should I call your name? I'm seeing everyone I'm seeing all the participants. Let's see. Oh, hi, Koi. Koi says he is an accounts manager. Nice to have you here. So for me, my name is Afoma and I'm a business development manager. So apart from being your host and a program associate at TSP, I'm also a business dev manager. So Solomon said she's an entrepreneur. Oh wow, nice to meet you, Solomon. And she's also a financial consultant at Leadway Assurance. Thank you so much for being excited to be here. Nkechi says she's a digital marketing manager and she's looking forward to learn more about the Salesforce CRM playbook. Nice to have you, Nkechi. Me too. I'm also looking forward to learning lots, especially the HubSpot and Salesforce sessions that we're going to have because I believe in the power of CRM and the efficiency when it is fully and what it can do for us when we fully utilize it. And that's why I'm excited to learn. Lucky says he's into programs and partnerships. Oh, wow. Nice. Nice to meet you, Lucky. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we have a chemical and data analyst here at in our session. Nice to meet you, Shayo. That's so exciting. Oh, okay. So I'm going to start in like 2 minutes just to do like an introductory call for all of those that have joined or who are still joining. And then by 10, let's see. By 10:25, we would welcome our first speaker for today. I'm sure we'd all like to meet her. Hmm. So Isaiah says, I hope I got that right. He's into tech sales. He's a business development and partnership manager, I'm guessing. And then he loves fashion and impact work. I think that's a nice combo. Let me say. Because apart from sales, like what do we do? For example, we have a holiday now. What's our hobbies? And I think fashion that works. Maybe I would private text you to know more about this. Okay, it's 10 o'clock, and as I said, we are going to start. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay. Yes. So welcome everyone to the TSP community workshop. Today is going to be on mastering sales tools, CRMs, and how they set you up for success. And it's going to be a 3-day workshop. So even after today, don't say, it's over. No, it's not over. You have tomorrow and you have next tomorrow. So you have a whole lot to learn with this 3-day session. As I said, it's for everyone because I see that there are so many people on this call from BD people to sales people to even entrepreneurs, founders. So there's a whole lot to learn from this call. And we have selected growth and season we have selected seasoned and growth experts for you who have come with the years of experience to teach you some of the basic things that we are learning here. So, just a bit about who we are at TSP. So, if you're not a TSP community member already, I think someone's going to drop the link to our community probably at the end of the session or in the beginning of the session. So, if you're not a TSP community member, I think today is your day to join or to be part of it. So, we are a community for people in tech sales, not just tech sales, across also sales, business development, marketing, customer support, and even entry career professionals in the growth space. So it's just a community a platform where people can gather and for us to discuss like how to improve our careers, our different careers, tools and resources that we can use to do this. And as I said, for entry career professionals too, for people who are interested in the sales space, how they can navigate, what kind of roles they should be looking for, what kind of experiences they should have for them to get their dream jobs or their dream roles, and to also navigate other roles because the the sales career is like is wide. It's wide, so that there are different careers to choose from. So yes, I'm so enthralled to be here. As I said, we are talking on CRMs and how they set you up for success. I know a lot of people use CRMs, but we don't really know how we can utilize it well to, would I say, to gain the goals that we want for our companies, either to increase our leads or, whatever. So today we are going to learn more on how we can fully utilize the CRMs that we all hear of. And I know that a lot of you either use different CRMs, or some of you don't even use CRMs at all. So today it doesn't matter whether you use CRMs or you don't use CRMs, it doesn't really matter. Today we're going to learn how to use some of the CRMs. We have HubSpot, we have Salesforce here to give us some demos on how we can use their own CRMs. And we also have mentors to teach us the importance of any CRM that we use and how to fully utilize it to achieve success in our different communities and in our different roles. So over the course of this 3-day workshop, because I said it's not just for today. So if you are planning on, after today I'm tired, I'm going to sit down in my room, no, you're going to miss a lot. So it's today, we have tomorrow, and we have next tomorrow, and there's a lot for us to learn. So over the course of these 3 days, as you can see, I highlighted 3 days session. We're going to learn about CRMs. We're going to learn about CRM playbooks, from cold calls to closing these cold calls. We're going to we're going to highlight on different roles, from SDRs to account executives to customer success and marketing. I'm going to spotlight some people who have been in these different roles and how CRM has shaped their journey. So it's a whole lot to learn from, and I hope we have our jotters and our pens ready, because I know today is a holiday. So if you're being distracted at home, just go into a quiet place, sit down, set your phone or your laptop on your desk, and get ready to learn. So I know some people have already introduced themselves, but we have people who have just recently joined us. Thank you, because we just got started. So if you haven't introduced yourself, this is the opportunity to do so. So I said you can drop your name, what you do, where you work, and also your hobbies. Because I'm seeing people say, I like to travel, cook, and write. Oyekachi, nice to meet you here. Someone says he's into fashion and impact. So this is a great opportunity to network. So someone can even hit you on the DM like, oh my God, I did the same thing that you do. Let's talk more. So this is also a good opportunity to network with each other. So drop your name, what you do, where you work, if you want to, what your hobbies are, so that we can all, say hi and get to know you more. There are 55 people on this call, so I hope to see a lot of comments. I'm opening my chat box to see this. Someone says, I am Oyi Damola, a business development manager, ISEC in Ibadan. Hi, Oyi Damola. I was also an ISECer. Hey, ISEC. Nice to meet you. Oh, we have someone from Pakistan. Hi, Mubina. I hope I really got that well. I hope I got your name pronunciation well. So she says she's a virtual assistant, also a freelancer, and she loves to sew and loves soups and rice. I think one thing I won't say I regret, I'll say I regret, is I didn't learn to sew when I was younger. I was like, why? Like, why didn't my parents allow me to, to learn that? It's such an essential skill, because I see so many clothes and dresses that are like, I want to have this, I want to sew it by myself, but no, I have to pay someone else to do it for me. So yes, nice to meet you, Mubina. It's so excited you're on this call. And then we have Napa says she took sewing classes in school, but she still can't sew. I think when we were smaller, we did that needle and thread where they teach you how to hook hook the thread in the needle and do some little stitches. I can't remember the different stitches that they taught us, but in short, it didn't help my career at all. But it would have been nice to actually take proper sewing classes and learn to sew my own clothes. When I eventually have children, I would something that I will make them learn sewing is an essential skill. So we have Daniel. He says he's the head of sales and partnership at Condia, formerly Benjamin Dada. Nice to meet you, Daniel. Hope you're excited to be on the call too. And then we have Tosin. She says she leads customer success team at Datalium, an edtech company. Nice to meet you, Tosin. So we have a lot of leaders and heads of departments here. I'm so excited actually. Then Kane D, he's a product and growth manager. So it's not just salespeople we have here, we have different careers. So if you're interested, you can hit them up and tell them if your careers align, you can always hit yourselves up and network. Good. So let's have the comments drop. Michael says he loves music and everything technology except for Yahoo Yahoo. Please, though, that is very important to note. I like that you noted that part. Oh, we have someone here from Morocco. Ooh, this workshop really went wide and far. So he says he owns an online teacher training and language school. Nice to meet you, Hashim. I hope I got that well. Nice to meet you, Hashim. So by 10:25, guys, we're gonna have our first speaker come up, and she's already here. Hi, Napa. You're looking very beautiful today. Just to add that. Okay, so we're gonna have her come up. So by 10:15, I will just do an introduction to who she is so that we can get to know her more. So Oluwaseun said he just concluded his NYSC. Nice to meet you, Oluwaseun. So in this session, you're going to learn a whole lot that you can use to like update your CVs, update will I say your portfolio, and set yourself up for what after NYSC life looks like. And we have a social media manager here. Wow. So for those who are just joining, so I said this is a 3-day workshop. I'm really emphasizing that. It's not after today that we're going to say bye-bye to this workshop. No, we're going to join tomorrow and we're going to join next tomorrow too. So for tomorrow, for those who don't know, tomorrow's workshop starts by 3:30 p.m. and Sunday's workshop starts by 5:30 p.m. And I also noted that this is an opportunity for us to network with each other. And during our talks by the growth experts who are coming today, if you have any questions or if you have any comments, you can always drop it in the chat box. That's what the chat box is for. So yeah, we have someone from Ghana too, and he says he just got his first remote job on tech sales. Congratulations, seriously, congratulations on that. So he's new in the industry. I have another ISECer here. So just to know everyone, I was also in ISEC. I think that's where I started my business development journey from. So hey ISEC, hi Michael. Nice to meet you. It's almost time. I'm loving the comments, so please just keep on dropping. So as I said, who are we? What we do, where we work if we want to drop that, and one or two hobbies that we have picked up in our career journey or in our life journey. That'll be interesting to note that. Yes. Okay, so today, right now, I want to introduce our first speaker for today. As I said, she's already here. Hi, Napa again. And her name is Napa Onwusah. She's going to be talking to us on what is a CRM and why does it matter. So I'm going to be emphasizing on a primer on CRM philosophy, market landscape, and top platforms from Salesforce to HubSpot to Pipedrive to Zoho and our very own Nigerian RevOps. So who is Napa? Napa Onwusah is a business leader with 25 plus years of experience. Wow. So she's a business leader with 25 plus years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, and public policy. So for all those that are here that are not just in sales, yes, Napa has done a lot across different careers. So she leads Placidcode Labs in Atlanta and B4B Partners, a revenue consulting and capacity development firm. She is a former executive at AWS, Google, Microsoft, Visa, and more. So she is a woman with lots and lots of knowledge and experience. Wow. This is me very soon. So she now helps entrepreneurs and professionals scale their impact. That's amazing, Napa. She also founded the Luminary Project. It supports social change makers across Nigeria. Napa has been featured in Forbes Africa and was named one of the top 100 career women in Africa in 2024 and one of the top 100 women in technology and engineering in 2025. So please let's drop some emojis because this is a woman that has done a lot. So I'm seeing very few emojis. Is it easy to have this bio? It's not easy, and she's about to give
No,
us.
affirmative, they're shading me. Don't mind them. I've noted everybody that didn't send me an emoji. You are on my radar.
Notes. It's not easy, and they're not dropping the emojis. Please note them very well.
I'm noting them. So when you said that this will be your resume in a few years, the funniest thing is nowadays, what would probably have taken me 20 years will take you like 10. So that's really cool because of the way technology is moving and a lot of the new tech roles that are coming out. So yeah. Hey guys, thank you for the warm welcome.
Thank you
Jesse,
so
Dana,
much.
thank you. I have about 30 minutes. So I'm going to implore you, if you have a question, just put it in the chat. The chat box is open. When Titi Lokbai reached out to me, TSP community, I think, is one of the most vibrant revenue communities we have. So I was very excited to be part of this. And again, it's a 3-day event. So please make sure this is not the only day you attend. I think it's going to be very beneficial and really like the fact that there's so many people from different countries. Now, guys, if you have anything that you want to share, because this is community learning, please drop it in the chat. Like if you feel there's some knowledge because I know we're all at different stages, please just put it in the chat. And then if you have a question, feel okay with interrupting me. Again, it's a community event, so it's for us by us. And then I'm okay to take questions during. And then the last point is, if you think there's something I'm saying and you don't agree with, it's fine to challenge me because that's the way we all learn. Okay, so I think Afomachukwu, forgive me, already introduced the topic. So very briefly, over the next 30 minutes, we would kind of touch on what is a CRM. I know some of us are very comfortable with CRMs and some of us are not. Yeah, so please, if you are, it's okay. We're just going to do a quick intro and then talk about why it matters. And I'm going to be sharing my experience because and then why it matters, why people don't use it, and how to choose a CRM. I'm going to be sharing my experience. Like it was said, I've worked at some amazing companies. As you can see from the tennis ball, I love tennis, loving the US Open for any tennis fans out there. I still believe Spider-Man is the best superhero. For those of you that follow Marvel, I was very disappointed with the animation for Across the Spider-Verse was delayed to 2026. For those of you that are not fans, I know it's Greek and it's fine. In all these companies, I've always been, no, don't go there. Don't go there. Iron Man and Spider-Man are not the same. Iron Man did an iron bite him. Spider-Man and a spider bit him. Please, Afomachi Chuku, we've been doing very well together. Oh my God, some people are now, saying Wanda is the best. I mean, come on now. Guys, are we just throwing out superhero names now with no respect to history, to impact, to culture? Oluwafemi, you're a good person. Somebody is even defining Wanda for me, the Scarlet Witch. Somebody that's always causing havoc, does not solve any problem, just complicates matters. Anyway, I will leave you. Oyinda Damola, I will leave you for that. No, I'm being trolled in the comments now. I feel it. But one of the things I wanted to share is that in the companies I've worked for, oh, people be wiling in this comments. One of the places I worked for, I led sales teams. So like in AWS, I was the startup leader for Middle East, Africa, and Turkey. And then Google across, I was leading the Africa sales business out of Ireland and all the organizations I worked for. But what I wanted to highlight as well was I started as an IC, and God knows I dislike CRM. Like it was the bane of my existence. Anytime they started talking about CRM, and for those of you that use CRM, you know that it's when they hound you, you now go and fill anything and you pick a product, right? So I think I understand both sides of the equation. But one of the things we have to realize is CRMs are not what they used to be. Now, like 91%, which is a huge number. This is from US data, not Africa, but it's a very huge number that 91% of companies with 10 plus employees use a CRM. I don't think this is our reality in Africa, but most parts of Europe, for those of you that are joining from Asia, parts of Asia and Europe and the Middle East, you will know that this is actually something that organizations take quite seriously. So before we go into the definition, who would like to play a game? Nkechi, you see the CRM thing? I've traveled though. I've used Salesforce, I've used HubSpot, every CRM in the world. I've used it because of all the companies I've worked for. And it can be overwhelming, but we'll talk a bit about how to make it easier. So let's play a game. For those of you that are revenue professionals, sales professionals, please choose one. How do you track your leads? And what I wrote on the left has nothing to do with the artist at the right. So some of you that looked at none, I just tried to keep track and you aligned it with Tiwa Savage. That's your own business. So please just choose which one you use to track your deals. A, spreadsheets, Excel, Google, or a real CRM, notes and memory, and some of you did none at all. You see, Onyekachi, this thing you put is what salespeople do a lot. You do your own private spreadsheet. Tell me it's true. You do your own private spreadsheet, and then you also do CRM. So some of you are doing A, C. I'm seeing a lot of C actually. And then some people is just spreadsheets. Okay. Tosin says A and B. I see you. Osas, well done. You use style to rep your human, so it's fine. CRM is a boss. A, B. Like, let's be real with ourselves as revenue professionals. Most of us have a spreadsheet that we use to track our deals on the side. However, you see, the CRM is so important. And when people keep on shouting, what is a CRM? What is a CRM? I think who was it that said CRMs are a bit scary? I want to get your name right. It's Ngozi. Oh no, Nkechi. Nkechi, so you said it sounds a bit scary. Just remember two things about your customer relationship management system. What it does is it tracks who, what, and when. That's who your customers are, what they're buying, and when they're going to purchase. And then it also helps you make decisions backed by data. And we're going to look at some examples. So I'm going to ask now in the chat, has anybody seen this video on the right, this device? My Wi-Fi isn't working well. Has anybody ever seen it? Do you know what it is? No, Nkechi, thank you. It is called, Nubina, thank you so much. It's a Rolodex. If you ever used one, Nubina, just put it in the chat. If you've ever seen one, you can just put it in the chat. Zainab, yeah. This is how in the 70s, you would track your leads. All times, yeah. You would open it. My video, for some reason, it's not playing. I want to see if I do like this, it will play. No, it's not playing, right? So you open it and then you put the cards inside the tray and then you categorize it. So for example, if I have Sterling Bank, I will put it there. Or if I have a startup and it starts with a C, I'll put it in the C. So when you're looking for your customers' details, you flip through and you pick out the card. That's what it used to be, and paper notes. And then we move to Salesforce automation. This is where people will set up reminders, notes for, I need to call this customer, emails, etc., and so forth. And then we would now, Rita, I'm not sure I really understand your question, but maybe Afomachukwu, if you can help there. Then Salesforce automation. And then we move to cloud CRM. So, I mean, who can name the cloud CRMs? I don't even think there's any on-prem CRM anymore, right? We have HubSpot. We have our very own RevWits. We have Salesforce, we have Zoho. Of course, Zoho is actually gaining popularity. We have Dynamics 365. How could I forget? And I used to work in Microsoft. So we have quite a number. And then we have even smaller ones. Odoo has one. Has anybody used Odoo before? Yes, Zoho is simple. Odoo it's very, but not for the faint-hearted. So that's where we were once we entered the 2000s. But today we now have AI-driven CRMs. Monday.com is also a good one. And then ClickUp, you can use ClickUp, you can use Asana. There's some other kind of CRMs that you can put. And let's be honest, Google Sheets can be a CRM. Yeah, Google Trello, anything that just helps you track. So now we have AI-driven, Google Sheets. Go to your web browser and type in Google Sheet CRM template. It will download a template for you. It will actually create on the first page a dashboard like a CRM, and you'll just be filling in your deals. It's very easy to use. So I never knock people that start using Google Sheets. We'll talk about how to choose the right CRM, right? So the thing you have to really understand is that a CRM is about one thing: helping salespeople never forget their customers. I don't know how many of you this has ever happened to. You are, yes, Favor, yeah. So that's why we're breaking down what CRMs are. So Favor is saying some of us are new to this and yet to learn without any knowledge of CRM. So now we've defined what a CRM is, and it's a customer relationship management. So we've gone through what it used to be. Do you understand? So before we used to use paper, some of us are still in that paper age. You can see it's 1970, they used to use paper. So use your own church mind and move from that era, you know? So yeah, so that's what a CRM now is. Just the goal of it is you never forget your customers. That is the goal of this thing called CRM. And what does CRM mean? Customer relationships management. Mumbina, thank you so much. Look at Mumbina's comments. Please, guys, for those of you that are more senior or experienced, share your knowledge so everybody can learn. Some people, this is a new topic, right? Yeah, CRM is a client tracking tool from simple to advanced, like Trello, and that is it, exactly. So if you have this mindset about CRM, it will help you a lot because you don't want to forget a customer. Guys, for those of you that have been selling, please, you know, there are many times you forget to follow up. You forget, you'll be like, oh my God, he said I should call him on Tuesday, and it's already Thursday, and some of us it's 2-3 weeks, and we forget. So that sales funnel, and who was it that was asking new to this? I can't remember. Okay, Solomon Favor. So one thing that can help you with CRMs is understanding the sales funnel. A sales funnel is simply like where your leads are just people that have indicated interest in your product, and then you prospect them to confirm their interest, and it becomes less as you go down. So that's what your CRM does. It tracks who, what, and where. How many people are in your leads? What did they say they're interested in? When do you think they will buy, etc., and so forth? Okay. So what it does is it gives visibility. See, I must be honest, there's some startups that I consult for, and every salesperson has their own spreadsheet. There's no value in it because we need to know the business end to end, and that's where a CRM is. So for example, a CRM is going to allow you to see all the deals every salesperson in the business is working on. And that's why you need it, even if a salesperson still has their notes that they take, because I've led sales teams before. There's no point. Salespeople always have that their backup. Sometimes they have 2-3 sheets that back up that backup, right? But you need to be able to make sure your sales is consistent and then you grow without having to think of memory. So imagine if you have put everything in your CRM and your CRM is always reminding you when you should call a customer. And remember what I said, there are AI CRMs now. They will tell you when to call the customer, they'll tell you what to say, and they'll give you a script. And they will give you details about what has happened to the customer. There's some AI CRMs, there's Grow, I hope I got the name right, Grow.ai. It coaches you as a sales leader should, right? Okay. So the reason you as a salesperson should want to use a CRM is because it's been shown that your forecasting accuracy increases by 42%. I don't know how many of us do this. Yes, please, Mumbina, since you're kind of my co-facilitator so far, can you just make sure I got the right link, please? Because it's an amazing sales coaching tool. But have you, I don't know how many of you in sales have done this. They'll ask you, what are you closing this quarter? Your target is, let's just say, $10,000 for the quarter or $100,000 for the quarter. And they'll ask you, are you going to make your target? And you say, yes, yes, yes. And then for some of us, you now start praying furiously and hoping you get it, right? But that's not what happens with CRM, because all your deals are in CRM. You've put the stages of each deal. You're going to be able to see what you'll actually close the quarter on. And it increases conversion rates by 300% for the simple reason you don't forget to follow up. That is just it, okay? So the power of CRMs. The thing I'm most grateful for, when I asked AI to do this image, the guy has 5 fingers. Shame can see 5 fingers, right? Because AI can really embarrass you. But did you see what AI did? It put a human being behind him. What for? I don't know. I hope I didn't lose you guys there, Sha. But anyway, we're going to now talk about what the CRM does for you, okay? Now, this is B4B CRM. We use our CRM to drive all our businesses. We are on a better program for plain loop. And the reason is because if we like it, we're going to get it for free, which is great. But it will capture our leads. It captures our leads automatically. How does it do this? It will have a form, okay? So all these marketing forms you have, when somebody fills in, I'm interested in this product, it will come into your CRM. So you don't have to have multiple Excel sheets, Google Forms. It does that. And then it logs calls. Whenever you call a customer, you need to, as a salesperson, empty your head of information and data and put it in your CRM. So when it's time to call your customer, you open your CRM to tell you, this customer said you should call back. There's an approval waiting. And then because you've updated with the information from the last meeting, you're able to see what you need to do next. And then it moves deals through the pipeline stages. It generates dashboards and progress forecasting. Okay, so I know this might get a little technical for some people that don't use CRMs. So please ask your questions in the chat, okay? I know that you're going to go through a lot of visualization of what I'm saying, which will help you. But you have to understand why you're using it before you start your organization insists on CRMs. For you as a salesperson, you need it. So you are able to spot trends. I did this a lot as a sales leader. And I'll give an example. There was a time we were being pushed to grow almost 3-digit growth year on year, 100%. Anybody in this market knows 100% year-over-year growth is extremely aggressive. So what I did is I started looking for growth areas across Africa, and we discovered one country. It was Mauritius. Mauritius, we didn't have any, this is from the CRM. So we just looked at the number of leads, the closure rates. The closure rates were very quick. The value was good, but there was no investment in Mauritius as a country. And what we did is we invested because we were able to see the data. We invested, and then that business grew and helped us go across. So how does CRM capture notes, meeting notes, and action points? Yes, some CRMs have note takers. I don't know how many of you use note takers with your CRM, because the only one I can think of is Fathom. There's Fathom, there's Read.ai, but some CRMs integrate. Apollo is also a CRM, and Apollo has its own note taker as well. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Please, guys, drop some meeting capture notes that you integrate with your CRM to help everybody. So I'm seeing Firefly. Click up, very good. Thank you so much. Please be putting it for other people so they can know how to capture meeting notes. Otter is good. Fathom is great because Fathom will actually suggest the next steps. Meet Geek. I hope you're all seeing. And Fathom is free. Yeah. That's why I like Fathom. And it integrates very well with all meeting notes. So if it doesn't integrate with my CRM, I just copy the feedback and then I put it inside my CRM so I don't need to forget. Grain, Read.ai. I actually like Read. Yeah, so thank you so much for you guys sharing with everybody. The next thing is forecast accuracy. We've spoken about this. I actually did a post recently where I talked about how I stopped praying for deals to close. Because the tendency is we hope. With a CRM, you can actually see whether you can make the number. And I'm sure when you guys do the demo, you'll be able to see it. For leaders, it also helps you plan revenue. So a lot of times when the end of quarter is coming, I go to CRM and I check which deals can actually close. From those deals, I pick the ones that will move the needle the most and I focus on those ones, right? But I wouldn't know if there was no CRM and if my team wasn't putting the deals inside. Guys, we know this one. I don't know how many times how many times I've gotten upset with, not upset, but it frustrates me when I have vendors. It frustrates me when I have vendors and then they keep on asking me for my address. There's no personalization, they can't follow up, and etc. and so forth. So that's what CRMs do because all the data is put inside. So Solomon asks, how were you able to detect the Mauritius country prospect without having any leads from there? So what happened in the company I was working for, it recognized revenue per country. So you know the revenue comes into the business regardless, okay? So we saw that over a period, the revenue was growing. Now, based on that, I now went into CRM and I looked for all our leads. We had some leads from Mauritius. I looked for the, not leads, deals. And those deals were converting faster. They were, volume was very good. So the leads let me know, the CRM let me know that the revenue that was being recorded in Mauritius wasn't a fluke. We actually had some activity, but our focus was not there. So what we did is we put some marketing support, we signed some, we got some partners in country, we started doing weekly reviews, and we were able to see the business grow. But we could only do that with data. You can't guess it. Because a lot of people say, Kenya, they really want our product. Or how do you know? It's just a feeling, guys. I just feel they need our product. That's not how we do in sales, right? Because you want to hit and not miss. That's the whole point. Yeah. So another thing is unblock the funnel. This is very, very important. So if I notice that all our leads keep on stopping at negotiation and closing stage, what I will do is I will check what is causing the delay. Is it moving too quickly through the sales process? But you can actually find out that the problem is finance is not sending invoices on time. So salespeople cannot negotiate. You may find out the sales team don't know how to close. They don't know different closing frameworks. So CRM also helps you see that. But even as a salesperson, I used to do it. I would look at my pipeline and I'll be like, this deal that has been in my pipeline for 90 days, what's up? When my average deal sales cycle is 30 days, right? And I'll look through the notes because I've been capturing notes. And then I'll be like, maybe I need to call somebody. You know, some of us, when we're, forgive me if I'm using a technical term, but in sales, stakeholder mapping, some of the stakeholders in the account may be friends, not really in the company. That's why I'll say, okay, let me book a meeting with a friend, right? Okay. And I'll give an example. There was a salesperson that used to report to me. He was covering a deal in Ghana, and the deal had taken 100 years to close. I had moved it out of my forecast, and I went into Ghana to meet the customer. Customer was fantastic. And then, because the sales cycle was just too long, I met with a friend, and the person told me that the deal had been awarded to competition 6 months before. But I wouldn't have seen it if it was in a notebook. It was because of CRM. And then you measure performance, of course, your top salespeople. And then for some CRMs, like Salesforce, you can actually check if a customer is on a subscription. There's another platform that does that, but I know Salesforce does it, where if you have a subscription, a SaaS product, you are able to now flag churn signals, okay? All right, so we're playing another game. For those of you that don't like CRM, I think we need to turn somebody off. Oh, Robiata, I think your camera is on. No, we'll get to it, Ola. We'll get to it because there's no point recommending just like that. But can we play this game, Ola, please? What reason do you not like using CRM? Too much admin work, too complex, clunky, doesn't help me sell. My manager doesn't check it anyway. Mubina says B, too complex, clunky. B, wow, okay. Oh, A and B, A and B. Oh, C, there's a C, it doesn't help me sell. Too complex, aha. B, 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 B. B, 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 B. Oh, thank God, and A. Too much admin work. So, Daniel, I'll tell you how I've done it. A lot of B. D. Ayomide, thank you for saying deal, because a lot of people insist on CRM, but then they just wake up, some leaders, and that's not the case. Like I said, we use our CRM in B4B Partners every week. B and D, too complex, my manager doesn't check it anyway. Okay, so I actually had this problem with a startup. Amazing founder, she had been in her business for some time, but she was still early stage. She was making about $1 million in revenue a year. And now she wanted to, so she had found product market fit. She now wanted to scale. And we had a meeting with the sales team only to find out so many leads hadn't been addressed. She was losing so much of her leads. And then we apart from training the sales team, hiring some people, we needed to put in a CRM. And she insisted on HubSpot. I kept on telling her, your team is so small. You do not need to have a heavy, and I'm not against HubSpot, really. I really want you to understand, because HubSpot is great for some businesses. I have some startups, that's what they use, and it's perfect for them because it manages both their marketing, their sales, funnels, and all of that. It's a great CRM, but HubSpot was not right for her. So Ola asked this question. Ola said, how do you know which CRM? No, Ola asked me to recommend a CRM. I don't recommend CRMs. This is how you choose a CRM, the 4C framework, okay? And I'll run through this. The first thing is you look for clarity. You see, all of you, most of you were saying B, too complex, whatever CRM you choose must be able to give you the data you need or the information you need. See, if you have a small sales team of 2 people, your CRM may not need complex data insights that other big CRMs require. So the first thing is identify what you need your CRM to do for you. Maybe all you need is to be able to see your leads, right? Or maybe all you need is to be able to see how many leads each salesperson brings and how many closes. So you have to have clarity as to what the CRM is going to do. The second thing is cost. Now, because a lot of the CRMs, majority of the CRMs are in the cloud, this is a very important conversation. If you have just raised $200 million You can now decide you want to pay for a HubSpot, a Salesforce for 20 years, but remember whether that platform actually gives you clarity, okay? The third thing is compatibility. If your business uses Microsoft Office end-to-end, then it may not make sense if you're still a tiny team to go and get a Google Sheets template as your CRM or another platform that doesn't align. So what I would advise here is look at all the tools your revenue people use, whether it's notebooks, whether it's Google Sheets, whether it's whatever it is, and then make sure that whatever CRM you are choosing fits into that. And then the complexity. Salespeople do not like admin work. And I don't know if you guys agree, thumbs up, because me, I don't like it, right? But I've realized how important a CRM is, okay? So if you are doing setting up your CRM, you have to consider how tech savvy is my team. Are they able to really use this product as they would like, right? So Ola, I hope that answers your question. I just want to really wrap up now because the question is, I've given a lot of data, information, and it's the how, right? So a couple of things to think about. Some common mistakes: dumping data with no analysis, there's no point. Treating CRM as an admin job, there's no point. Only updating before reviews, there is no point. You have to see CRM as something that helps you. And Nkechi, you said most companies then spend money training staff. Yeah, but even if you train the staff, if it is too complex, they will struggle to adopt, right? So sometimes what some companies do is they release modules. So maybe one module will just be for lead management or pipeline management and let the get used to it. So there's also change management there, right? And then the thing is, if you are serious about growing in a revenue professional role, you have to know how to use a CRM. Like it's pretty much standard. And then also as a mid-level professional, if you're moving to become a sales leader or a revenue leader, you have to be able to use dashboards. So if your company doesn't use a CRM, start small, use free tools. People have dropped a lot of free tools in the chat, and then track every lead and set, Daniel, like you said, set reminders of when you will review weekly. In one of my teams, we used to have a no meetings block in all our calendars. During that time, you're supposed to review your pipeline, clean your pipeline. So deals that are aged, you make sure you call, is the deal still real? If it's not real, you now make sure you put close lost. It's very important. And then you put the reason why you lost, because that's very good data that you can use. And then if you use it on your own, whatever tool you've set up, you can present it to your management. So some of the things you can start doing today is, Daniel, is like you saw my slides ahead of time. Schedule time every day to update your deals. Now, some people say every week. I actually think it's better every day, because if it's every day, it's going to be light work. You can do it in 10, 15 minutes. It won't take you time at all. But when you wait for the end of the week, we don't know what it appears. So just at the beginning of your day, just say, who did I talk to? Or what I started doing, because I was handling so many accounts as an individual contributor, I used to just keep my CRM open. And then I'll go for meetings, physical meetings, and I'll write down what the customer says. As soon as I get back, I just update. So I never had a specific time. I was just always updating because it helped me so much so that I could free my mind to actually sell. And then every week, apart from the weekly sales meeting, some of us sweat before we enter because we know that that deal we said will close last week did not close. You need to also set time as a salesperson to review your own CRM. What insights can you find? Are you finding more of your 8 deals are in FMCG? Are you finding your B2C customers tend to churn after 10, your churn rate is high? You know, you will now own your business and be able to say, this week, this is what I'm going to do. So therefore, after that, you now adjust for the next week, right? So CRMs fail when it feels like surveillance, okay? And it succeeds when you see it as a sales weapon to help you sell better. So thank you, everybody, for being so engaging. I thoroughly enjoyed the time. I'll just stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Napa. I hope you're noting the people that are not giving you thumbs up, because this was an this
They're
session.
all Iron Man fans. I know them.
But but I gave you thumbs up now, and I am.
No, I had to call it out, man. I said Iron Man is just a billionaire that has money to build weapons. Though I love
But
him. I love
but he's making impact,
him.
great
Making
impact.
it.
But so I think one thing I really picked up for this session is because I feel truly and truly that CRMs are admin work. It takes a lot because my manager actually looks at is a small team, so it's the founder that takes a look at the CRMs like every month when we're doing like our monthly review. So I feel it's stressful and it's work. But now that like after this session, I see that it can actually be a tool that can help me because I'm one of those salespeople that uses spreadsheets at my mind. But then as we are getting as years are coming, like the power of analysis, like data analysis, especially
Mhm.
for salespeople, comes in very handy. And I feel that that's something that you really pointed out, and that's one benefit that CRM gives you, analyzing your leads, what's where who is dropping off, who is coming in, where are they coming in from, and it gives you like a better view on what are the next sales strategies to use. And I think another thing that you have to highlight is there are other people here that are not like sales professionals. They are like founders or social media managers. So also like this, the importance of the CRM to them too, because I think someone dropped that he's not a salesperson. So how is it beneficial to him too? So I think that's another point. The CRMs are beneficial to everyone across, not just like salespeople, as I said. So thank you so much for this session. If you have any questions, this is the perfect time to drop it. If not, you will not see Napa again. So this is truly, truly the perfect time to drop it. So let me take this. So I'll give like 2 minutes or like a minute for anyone that someone asked for your LinkedIn. I think I can help that. Okay. So I'll give like a minute if you have any questions. Someone raise their hand. Kim Sam raise their hand. Please, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi, Napa.
Good
Thank you for
morning.
that amazing session. So I'm just gonna take some cues from what Afoma said. For some organization, spreadsheets works for the sales team. And if you are able to have a great spreadsheet that is able to give you the same insights, for example, Napa had mentioned that CRMs allow you to see which of your which of the should I say customers, the sectors they are in, is giving you spending the most time on your funnel. I believe that can also happen from the insights you get on your spreadsheet if you know how to use the spreadsheet very well. So I think my question here is my question my question is companies are trying to cut down costs. CRMs are not.
A question again before we wrap up this session.
Yeah. So my question is companies are trying to cut down on costs. CRMs are not cheap. Some salespeople in the team, those companies are already used to spreadsheets. And if you're using spreadsheets very well, it can give you the same insight like a CRM would. The question now is, if I was going to pitch a CRM to my boss, what would be the difference? What should I say to my boss, for example, on why we should pick up CRM rather than using a spreadsheet that gives us this insights? Thank you.
Okay, so Kim, if Google Sheets gives you the insights that allows you to make decisions for the business you're in, please continue to use your Google Sheet. There's no crime in it. And I know I dropped a link in the chat for a Google Sheets, but there are many free templates for Excel, etc. And then there's some that are monday.com. So like don't, and that's why when somebody said, which CRM do you recommend? I said I don't. Like you have to really look at those 4 C's. Is it complex, too complex? Does it actually give you the information you need? What's the cost like? And then is it compatible with our business? That's one. Then two, pitching CRMs to your manager, you just use it. If you use it and you're seeing any improvement in like closure, forecasting, it's the outcomes you present for a CRM. So you can say, this is what we're doing with Google Sheets. So can you imagine if we had a more mature CRM? I hope that answers, Kim.
Yes, it does.
Okay, all right, great.
Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to quickly answer Oluwa's question. What are the basic use of a CRM for a product manager? Yeah, so usually in a CRM, depending on how complex it is, you can add a team to an opportunity. So you would be added to the opportunity as a product manager, and then there's some meetings you will go and you will add feedback. What it means is that you will be able to see what users are saying, and then if there's also tickets that are part of your CRM, you will also be able to see what users are complaining about. So it gives you a lot of view as in how to improve the product for salespeople to sell. Okay. All right. I think, I don't know who went first, but maybe Temi Tokwe, and then we'll take Isaiah, and then I think I will drop off.
Hi, good morning, Napa. My question is a bit more advanced. So it has to do with sales forecasting, right? If you sell, assume you're selling you're in the fintech industry and you're selling basically your SaaS APIs. And this is going to be basically your first, you're trying to close your actual first customers to use your product. You basically may not have revenue target because you don't know as at now what that company may trade volumes could pass through you. How do you set forecasts in your deals? Do you wait till they use it, or do you guess and put a figure? Just in your CRM. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so there are three things you mentioned: target, forecast, deal size. So target is, of course, at your stage, you can't set a target because you're not really sure how revenue would go. But it's always great to put a number, even if it's any number, right? But still, you can't really do much with that. Forecast is based on past behavior and the amount of deals you have. How much revenue will you recognize? That's what a forecast is. Now, deal size is what you're referring to, which is how do I now put the value for the deal? What I always do is whatever I think the value of the deal will be, I divide it by a number. So if I'm guessing and I say maybe this is 100K, I will put 25,000. Because remember, your pipeline, the deal size impacts your forecast, right? So if you put 1 million naira and it ends up being 25, it's going to look like your forecast just suddenly changed. So this in itself is a course, like how to actually forecast, put deal size, and then also how to make sure that your pipeline is healthy. But to the point, guess an amount divided by a number, right? It's better you're increasing the number as you are getting to know more about the opportunity. Always try and put a number, okay? And then review weekly as more information from the customer is coming on board, right? But as you're engaging with the customer, I hope you're noting like objections, all the things they are saying, because, and I'm not sure if you have a playbook, but that would be the basis of your playbook. I hope that helped.
Yeah, thank you. We'll talk more. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Isaiah.
Hi Napa, thank you so much for your time. So my first question, sorry, I would want to also speak to what the first person said. I can't remember her name, just to add. I was trying to use the chat pause before I asked my question. So I wanted to say that, especially for people in mid-level, right, that in as much as you are using spreadsheet that we like, most of us would like, I think that you should learn CRM for yourself and for your personal growth also, because you might want to go to another company or a bigger company that will be using CRM majorly. So that's just my own thoughts on that. Then my question now is for someone like me that love to attend events, right? And you get back a bit tired, and you just have your notes with you, right? You talked about doing it every day. Is there a technique? And this is because we can call it lazy, but I don't really like sitting doing admin work. Is there a way that it gets easier? Is there like a format we can use, or is there a particular CRM that just helps us embed all our spreadsheets to the CRM directly? Is there anything like that? Just asking generally. Thank you.
No, generally, and thank you for the comment, Isaiah. I think I mentioned it in my slide. Like, if you want to move up, you have to know how to use CRMs. But yeah, you can. Most CRMs allow you to import data. They allow you to export data. What I would advise is, if you go for a lot of events and you are tired, then I'm assuming the people you meet for the first time, you don't put it in CRM unless you have confirmed that they are a lead, like there's an interest in your product or service. Then it doesn't even go into your pipeline, right? It's still a lead. You understand? Because you have to make sure what goes into your pipeline is a deal. Like, you've confirmed the interest, you've confirmed the product, you've confirmed the service, but the leads also help you to kind of keep track of all those little conversations. So this is what I say for salespeople. How you update your CRM depends on your temperament. It depends on the amount of time you have in a day. It depends on you. If you have a weekly sales meeting, or you are leading, because you say you're mid-level, you're leading a sales meeting, then you know the time you need the CRM to be updated, and you inform your team. I know some people that they dedicate a single day to catch up with all the admin work required in sales, right? Sending proposals, all of that, and they spend the rest of the time prospecting or closing. So even though the reason I said it worked for me was because I didn't like to leave it in my head. I wanted to immediately put it in a tool that I could refer to that could help me, right? But it depends really on the person, your temperament. It's the same way some people don't like doing cold calls first thing in the morning, and some people prefer it in the afternoon, right? So they will look the cold calls, they will do the ones that they know might be a bit easier in the morning and later. So you have to adapt your schedule to what works for you, but you should be putting that data somewhere. So Isaiah, I hope that helps. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. And I'll be dropping off now. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your 3 days. And TSP community, thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun.